Naturally, LeBron complained about the officiating after the Lakers blew a 20-point lead, lost to a Jamal Murray buzzer beater. So listen to this.
I don't understand what's going on in the replay center, to be honest. D'Lo clearly gets hit in the face on the drive. The replay center is going to go. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes no sense to me. It bothers me. And then I just saw what happened with the Sixers Knicks game too. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing? LeBron referred to a challenge the Nuggets won near the end of the third quarter with the Lakers leading by 10. If that call had decided the game, I'd understand. But the Lakers had an 8-point lead with 6 minutes left, and the refs didn't have anything to do with the Lakers losing that lead. Now, LeBron was just deflecting blame and planting seeds in the refs' psyches ahead of Thursday night's Game 3 here in Los Angeles. So now the question looms. Keyshawn, is this series over?
Absolutely not. It's not over. We got two at home.
Absolutely.
Well, no, absolutely not. We got two at home. Look, man, we've been the better team for 3.5 quarters in each game.
You have.
That's basically
a fact.
That's 7 quarters of basketball that we've been the top dogs.
Right. By the way, you had a 12-point lead with 6:05 left in the second quarter of Game 1, and then you had a 20-point lead with 10 minutes left in the third quarter of Game 2. So go ahead.
We got to put it all together in the end. So we go home Thursday, and I guess it would be Thursday, Saturday. We get these two at home.
Yeah.
And so if we can get these two at home, now we're talking about the best of 3. That pressure now comes back to Denver. Denver cruising right now. They 2-0. But if we come home, we get the best. We can now get the best of 3 going back up to Denver. And I know you look at it and you say, well, the psyche, that's 10 in a row. 10 games in a row that they beaten us, 9 with LeBron James that they beaten us. I'm not going to sit up and act as though the Lakers can't get this at home because we should have gotten the one in Denver last night. We should have stole that, packaged that up, had some apple martinis on the way home so Paul can stop saying we didn't sleep last night.
Y'all still ain't sleep.
If we
still
took care of that, now we know what our mistakes are. Now, LeBron is just bringing attention, like you said, which is smart by him, to bring the attention to the referees to let them know that play was egregious, but there was a bunch of ticky-tacks that were not called in the game. There was some dudes that was over the top, climbing on people's backs to get rebounds. They just ignored a bunch of, you can always point to human error with the referees about missing something.
Yeah.
But when you bring it up to them, that next game, they'll pay attention. It always happens that way.
I don't think the refs cost the Lakers this game.
No, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say that the refs cost us the game. But if I got my teammate getting whacked in the face, even though the ball was already gone, so what? The man got hit in the face. Just call it.
That play is interesting. Real quick before you go, it seems to me like the two actions are mutually exclusive. Like, okay, so the ball's gone, but you still whacked him in the face after the ball was gone.
Yeah.
Well, shouldn't there be two things operating there? Shouldn't that second play action be a foul?
Yeah. Be a foul. Help us put us in a penalty, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for freebies. I'm just asking, and LeBron is just asking to call it right.
Yeah.
Then it brings up what we just talked about in Philadelphia, in New York with the Sixers. We saw that too. It looked like they probably should have called a foul in that situation, but they didn't. So they'll get the game 3s right on both of these ends for the Sixers game as well as the Lakers. I promise you, the refs will get it right.
What was the question again? Is it over for the Lakers?
Yeah.
Stop, man. You're going to say it's over anyway. If we was up 5-0, you'll say it's over.
I'm just saying, that's the question. The last time, it's been 494 days since the Lakers last beat Denver. 494 days.
You did some deep dive research.
That is deep.
494 days.
Deep dive in there, buddy.
Since the Lakers last beat Denver.
Should we credit Colin Burke with that, or is it? Sounds like a Colin Burke stat to me.
10 straight. We all know that.
Yeah. 9 with LeBron.
9 with LeBron. It's only happened to him one other time.
Okay.
Clippers, 2020 to 2023. 8 times with them. There's no light at the end of this tunnel, guys. Denver has lost 4 out of 5. So there is a little bit of light, because Denver has lost 4 out of 5 once this year during the season. Usually championship caliber teams don't lose 4 games out of 5. They did that once. So there's a slim slight of hope for the Lakers, but I doubt it. Because
We're not looking at it that way, though, Paul.
How you
we're looking at to get the 2 at home and make it a 3-game series. Okay, so
if we
get our 2 at home,
if this is the best game y'all played, do you not believe this is the best y'all played out of the 10 games versus Denver? Is this not the best they played?
I would probably say yeah.
This is the best they played.
I would say yeah.
Do you think this is the best Denver played?
But
Joker did have an historic game. Jamal Murray did everything in his willpower to give the Lakers the game in the first 3 quarters.
Jamal Murray has not really been cooking.
He hasn't.
This 2 games that he's played in.
He's cooked when he needed to.
But we're not thinking about 5 games, man. We're thinking about 2 at home. Once we even the score, we can go back to Denver and lose again, and then come back home and win, and then take it to Game 7. That's where my money is at a Game 7. That's what I'm saying.
See, this is where the habits of the regular season come in at. When they haven't shown that they can be a great team for a long stretch versus other great teams, when they haven't shown that they can defend the 3 night in and night out on a consistent basis, when AD hasn't shown that he can be the best player in the planet every single night. Now, he played like the best player on the planet last night for 3 quarters.
He did.
I mean,
Paul, I don't need to defend the 3. They shot 23%. They just hit a couple at the right times late in the fourth quarter.
That's what the playoffs is about, Key. It's about timely shots. Did the Knicks not hit a timely shot yesterday? Did they not hit timely steals and timely rebounds? Playoff games is always going to come down to 1 or 2 possessions. It's whoever can do the little things the best, and all coaches will tell you this. Who's going to make their free throws? Who's going to get key rebounds? Who's going to block their man out? And who's going to make are your stars going to be stars? At the end of the day, the Lakers' stars are being stars. It's just not enough. So in saying that, if they're going to be stars when you need them to be, and that's not enough, then I don't see them having a chance.
But were they stars when you needed them to be? Because they weren't. AD disappeared in the fourth quarter.
LeBron James looked like he was on his way.
AD took 1 shot and missed it in the fourth quarter.
Because they stopped giving him the opportunities, though, Skip, in the fourth quarter. Where that came from, I have no idea. Who made that decision to not... Hell, if I was coaching, just foul out. I don't care, man, at this point. You balling, at 1 foul that we holding on to, we just go hold on to that. Just if it happens, it happens.
Who's the scapegoat today? Because every night there's a new scapegoat. Oh, yesterday it was D'Lo.
I figure it's going to be Rui because
so now we playing.
Look at Rui. He played 38 minutes and went 1 of 7.
So he's a scapegoat. Because Rui did 1 for 7.
3 points.
What you expect from Rui?
Okay.
He had his hands full with the Joker.
He was banging with him.
Yeah, I mean,
so
what do you
was Anthony
expect?
Davis. So I want to get a little bit more.
D'Lo gave you what you wanted.
Okay.
We picked on D'Lo.
We didn't pick on him.
We picked on LeBron because it was like, oh, LeBron doesn't show up in the fourth. He showed up, and everything that we questioned in Game 1 got answered in Game 2, and it still wasn't enough.
Yes, because
so what changes?
There's a couple, because as you always say, your role players have got to play better.
And Skip want to bring up Gabe Vincent. Let's go back to Gabe Vincent. You thought he'll be a key. Gabe Vincent hasn't made a shot in this series, has he?
He has not.
How many fouls has he got in this series?
I mean, he was great versus Boston a year ago. He had a couple good games against Jamal Murray in the finals.
We had one big good game because they won Game 2.
Yeah.
Thanks to his 23 points.
I just think the injury with him sitting all year, he hasn't been able to get in the rhythm.
He can't find any place in this rotation.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, it's just,
all right, so
it's not helping him.
I thought maybe you were going to go with, if LeBron pulls this off, he's the GOAT, right?
No,
I thought we were going to go there again.
One game? No, you can't be the GOAT one game.
No, I mean, if he wins 4 out of 5 against the defending champ, then he's the GOAT.
No, not one series. You got to win a chip.
All right. I did pick the Lakers to win this series, and I'm going to stick with it against all odds, but Game 3 is it because you have to break the spell. Somebody, I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's LeBron. I don't know if it's AD. I don't know if it's Austin
Rui
Reeves.
Hachimura is claiming y'all claiming.
Somebody's going to have to break the spell because right now they are owned by this other team. And when they are owned is in the last, say, 5 minutes of every game they lose, they just can't figure a way to keep them from winning the game because they make all the plays that the Lakers don't. So one of these nights, and it's going to have to be Thursday night, somebody's going to have to say no in your house to this team.
Look, if we get what we got from D-Russ, AD, LeBron, in Reeves and Rui, give us some more.
Okay,
Just
but I'm
give us a
talking
little
about
bit
something
more.
every night.
Okay, but
Some
the last
more,
5 minutes, somebody has to say, look.
Paul, every game that we
Y'all
talk
shot
about,
48 from the
it
field.
doesn't matter.
43 from three.
It doesn't matter.
They shot 23% from three, 44 from the field. What more do you
In the
need?
fourth quarter, when our other dudes aren't doing what they're supposed to, D'Lo didn't show up at all in the fourth quarter.
He made one shot.
It didn't show. That's not showing up at all. Okay, Rui didn't show up.
He didn't show
Okay, Austin Reeves didn't show up.
And AD didn't show up.
No.
Let me tell you what the problem is.
Somebody got to show up other than LeBron.
The problem is what y'all gonna do on defense. The defense. I mean, Nuggets had their best quarter in the fourth quarter. They scored 24 in the first, 20 in the second, 25, and
They had
32
in the fourth.
points.
Yeah.
When you needed to play your best defense, you played your worst defense.
Okay, and I'm going to say this again. Remember, the Nuggets won the second half last night 57-40. So your offense scored 40 points in the second half.
Exactly.
It's just not enough.
No.
And LeBron had a sensational stretch, and then he missed the shot. And somebody has to make the shot. It's just one I don't know who it is, but somebody's going to have to break the "Who's Your Daddy" spell because they got it right now.
What happened was they changed. They were up 20, and this is what I noticed. LeBron walked it up every time.
Yeah.
Which was, all right, yeah, we don't need to rush. We don't need to try to fast break and turn the ball over.
I know what you mean.
He controlled the tempo.
I know what you mean. Like step on their neck. Like
Yeah,
let's
you're
push
supposed to
it.
go
Let's
through the
just go.
finish line.
Yeah.
Go
He
through the
also
finish
probably
line.
was walking it up to preserve some energy.
No, but it was like they were
There
playing
was
not
one
to
time
lose.
last night he took himself out. He just said, "I just can't go," and he sat for a while.
They were playing not to lose instead of playing to win the game.
Yeah, I'm with
They
you.
changed the pace of the game. The pace slowed up considerably. If you didn't notice that, because it was just like, oh, okay, they're playing at a pace. We want to get the shot that we want down every time down. But as you know, it's hard to score in a half court. And AD was in foul trouble, so they didn't have that reliable post man to go to, and they're dependent on Rui Hachimura, Tyrion Prince, who made a three, missed a three, Austin Reeves, who made a shot, missed a shot, until LeBron got going late in the fourth. But by then, Denver had already gathered momentum. At the end of the third, it was like, here we go again.
Yeah.
And so it's in the Lakers' head. Here we go again. We'll get the lead. But you know what? Denver's going to come back. So what do we do now?
Hey, I've watched a lot of basketball in my time. I covered the 1970s Lakers out here in L.A. for the L.A. Times. So I've seen a lot of greatness. I'm not sure I've ever seen a team any more clutch closing games in the last 5 minutes than this team, because they are undeniable. That they are not going to screw it up. They are going to make shots on you, and you're going to have to just outshoot them. You can't make a mistake. You can't, like, you give LeBron one shot for the game, you better make it, because he's going to go down there and make it if you don't. That's just who they are.
On great team, Skip, no lead is safe. We were down 20 points to the Lakers in the Staples the year we won the championship. We knew that we can get back in the game. And I watched Denver this year, and I will tell you, I saw them this year, and I remember they were down 20 versus Phoenix, I believe it was Phoenix, and they had a shot to win. At some point, they're going to get themselves a chance to win the game. And I can't remember off the top of my head if they won the game. It was during the regular season. But all championship teams, at one point or another, whether they're down and out, it seems like they'll make a run to say, all right, this is the turning, this is the moment right here. It can go one way or the other. And they're always going to give themselves a chance. And Denver does that night and night. I've seen them do it like two or three times during the regular season.
All right.
Where it looked like they were going to get blown out.
Agreed.
They made a run, tied the game up. Either they lost or won, I can't remember, but they always going to give themselves a chance.
Yet and still, to Keyshawn's point, I have now watched 6 straight games of Denver LA Lakers, and I have seen the Lakers be in every game. And for long stretches, I thought, yeah, they're a little better than Denver. They can do this until the last 4 or 5 minutes. And then I'm like, no, they can't do this. So game 3 is it. And Keyshawn, if they did win game 3, all of a sudden, then it's all on game 4. Like the pressure starts to switch on.
That's good, but at least we at home.
Yeah, you're
and we only 1 point.
No, but I mean
underdogs.
the pressure
Game
starts
3.
to build on Denver then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the message Darvin Ham can make to them, if there's any message to be taken, the Lakers have led the Denver Nuggets for 70% of the time.
They have.
Out of the 96 minutes played, they've led for 67 minutes.
Right. It wasn't like, oh, that was hopeless. It wasn't like you got blown out.
Exactly.
No.
So there is some hope, Keith.
Yeah.
There is some hope.
You the one over there trying to be Debbie Downer, not me. I'm good.
I mean,
you know, we 1 point underdogs, not 7.5. I'm good.
Hey,
I'm good.
my son still can't beat me in basketball. You know why? I'm his daddy.
I can't listen to you, man.
Okay. All right, Joel Embiid proclaims the Sixers will win this series.